I used to hate Lil Yachty's voice.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Hate it to death. I felt like his voice was not built for rap. It
Mm.
doesn't sound good on a beat sometimes. But on here, he made it work. He added effects to his voice and made it work. Like it
That
just
man
sounded,
was floating, boy. He was
bro.
floating on some of the songs.
I'm telling you,
Track two. Oh
yeah.
man. It was bro, I'm pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Chill. Yo, he just starts
Bro.
like, where's he going?
Realmatic Podcast.
This album is so special and dear to me. I think I created it just because I really wanted to be taken serious as an artist, you know, not just some SoundCloud rapper, not some mumble rapper, not some guy that just made one hit. You know, I wanted to be really taken serious because music is like everything to me.
All right, welcome back. This is another album review. I'm with Rock. We got Lil Yachty. Let's start here, man. Lil Yachty, Atlanta rapper, came on the scene not too long ago, probably a couple years back. I think when we were in high school, that's when he came out. So maybe
he been in the game for like 6 years now.
Yeah, 6-7 years,
like
multiple projects,
yep.
Several features. This guy is well known. He's had, certain hit records, but now let's start here. He switched it up. This is not a hip hop album. This is alternative. So start it off, bro. How you feel about this project, bro?
Bro, when I say let's start here is the perfect name for this project. It is like album cover aside, not really trying to understand what that was about. Well, trying to understand.
He said, I ain't trying to worry about that shit.
Ignore the album cover, right?
Yeah.
But let's start here really is like, hey, y'all, here's this album. I hope y'all like it. If you like it, I'll make more of this. But let's start here. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were going in for some rap. I thought I was gonna really hear him try to spit some bars on here.
For real?
At first I did. Like, even because you know, people say alternative, right?
Yeah.
But they still can't get into alternative 100%.
Okay.
But Yachty really took the time to immerse himself into this realm of the alternative, and I respect him for doing that. There was no, oh, I gotta rap. There are times where you see that he tries to do little pieces of wordplay or play around in it, but it's not like a full Michigan boy boat like last project or anything like that. It really was something interesting.
Yeah.
It made you be like, oh, what? He lets his guitars in the back and the sounds really take over at certain times. And I'm happy that you gave room for that to live and you didn't like keep trying to talk to me. Let me feel everything around me, how it sounds in my ear. It's real dope.
Yeah. Man, bro. So I knew it was gonna be alternative going into it, because that's what he said. So I took him for his word. We had what was it? Poland, the single, what's it called?
Yeah, we had Poland.
Yeah, Poland came out early, so we're kind of getting a little different right there as far as the hook and how it sounded sonically. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But going into this album, man, I love this shit, man. This is the first time I've actually loved a Lil Yachty project, bro. The first fucking time, bro. Yes, bro. Because, see, this is the thing. I have two instruments that I love to hear. I love pianos and I love guitars. So when you first hear that guitar on Black Seminole, bro, god damn, that shit hard. And then his voice just comes in. I used to hate Lil Yachty's voice.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Hate it to death. I felt like his voice was not built for rap. It doesn't sound good on a beat sometimes. But on here, he made it work. He added effects to his voice and made it work. Like it just
man was floating, boy.
Bro.
He was floating on some of the songs.
I'm telling you.
Track two. Oh man. It was bro, I'm pretty. Yo, he just starts like, where's he going?
Yes, bro. Like this album is beautiful, man. Like it really was beautiful. And I hate that I couldn't see all the features that's on here. You can't see that, but I know that he had Tizo Touchdown on here on I think Night Rider or whatever it's called. But that shit was fire. Man, it's a lot of good songs on this album. It's not really too many skips on this album. I'm not even gonna cap to you, bro. Like, I'm coming here today. I'm like, all right, let me see how can I critique this.
Yeah.
It's not really too much to critique about it because it's alternative. So I'm not looking at it for lyrics or anything intricate or anything. Bro, just as far as vibes, because he's a vibber, it has a lot of that, man. It has a lot of that. And I like that he took this step. I like that he took that risk with his career and said, you know what? I know what we doing. I know what I came in doing, but fuck that. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna give y'all some new shit and see if y'all like it. And I feel like a lot of people, they're gonna catch on slowly to this. It's not gonna be one of those albums that people gonna be like, oh yeah, that Lil Yachty album was fire. They're gonna be like, what the fuck was this? But over time, it's one of those things we're gonna come back to it and say, man, he dropped that shit. Cause this shit, Rod, this shit was different, man. And I'm really proud of him, bro.
On my listen, like 9, like on my like 9th listen for real.
Yeah.
It really soaked in. Like I don't think I think I was just sitting there. And I was like, damn, why do I keep singing the same hook? Or like, why do I keep like thinking about that one song? I want to hear it again. That was the what's that junk called? Driving Me Crazy. My favorite song right now on there.
Yeah.
Like his use of his features, his use of his other people there. It was like, thank you for embracing that. Like there's the album Heaven to a Tortured Mind by Yevon's Tumor, whatever it is. He has a song Kerosene on there, and it's an alternative project. And like after listening to this Yachty project, it was like, God, I want to go back and listen to that too. Because it just felt so good to listen to. I'm not really a big fan of the song I've Officially Lost My Vision.
Fair.
It feels like I don't know what the sound is. Is this man running through the fields, or
you know what it remind me of though, bro?
What?
Cherry Bomb, bro. That sounds like something from Cherry Bomb, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
It did. But it just felt like, yo, what are we doing? Are we running through the fields? What I just can't figure it out. Because that sound is like
I liked it, bro. I like when artists have their albums and they say, okay, I'm going to turn it into a journey. That was one of those parts where it got crazy in the album where you're like, what the fuck? It makes your ears perk up. But I can't even say I don't like it. I liked it, bro. I like how it added to the bro. I like that shit, bro.
Look at this. To see Ben actually be like, I like a project is hilarious.
Yo, that shit crazy, right?
Yeah, man. Black Seminole was a great way to start the project, bro.
Oh me.
You know, like when you hear that first guitar chord or you just hear it, it feels like, dang, was this what people felt like when they heard Jimi Hendrix for the first time? Or like heard like Pink Floyd, like weird stuff like that made you like, yo, they was really like on some psychedelics, they was chilling, they was vibing. Is this what it felt like to hear?
It made you feel like a fucking cowboy, bro. Like you a fucking cowboy in the fucking Wild Wild West, dog. Yeah, bro. Like that's what music is about. It puts you in a different place, bro. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to have you just listening to this shit. Like I felt like this was very creative. Conceptually, it was on point, man. Everything was on point. I felt like there wasn't a moment where I'm like, okay, what is he talking about in this song, or why did he put this song in here? I think there was a lot of themes about really just traveling and having women and, you know, making sure that they love him and all that type of shit. There was a lot of those themes and it kind of all strung together throughout the album. But man, this was a dope project, bro. Dope project, man. I'm surprised, bro.
The Alchemist?
Yo, The Alchemist, bruh, like, oh man, shout out to the fucking producers, man. Shout out to the producers and the engineers and the guitarists and everybody that came together.
My thing is, he could have made this junk so sloppy, and it could have sounded so like under the table, like bro, he just recorded this on a sock mic. It didn't feel like that. It felt like, yo, he put some money and time into this and said, yo, I really want to make something that people might actually like one day. Like I've seen comparisons that Yachty has thrown his hat in the ring with the Igors, with the Blondes, with the what's the album? But albums in that ring, like that have went and changed and felt like, oh, I want to try something different. And it stands up with those. I know the album, the one by Childish Gambino. God dang, Awaken My Love.
White one. Oh, okay.
Awaken My
Yeah.
Love.
Yep.
And he's throwing his hat into that ring of like, yo, I can make something different like how my other counterparts are, and it can be actually quality.
Yeah. This thing, I mean, that's the word. It's quality. This whole project was quality. Every song banged. Every song I was like, man, it sounded like, you know what it reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of, not to say that it sounded like this album, but it reminded me of My Dark Twisted Beautiful Fantasy, because there were so many people in the studio working on a single project to create something great. I felt that on each song, the layers, the interpolations, the extra vocals, it sounded well put together. So, hey man, you know, I think we've said enough, man. What would you go ahead and grade this project, bro?
Currently, I have it at like an 8 for me. I give it an 8. I see room for growth. I see room for more to come from him in this aspect. It's like, yo, what else can you do? I want to see what other, like, what rappers he could pull into this to pull back in his rap side. I feel like there were people who he could have pulled. Like, if you had like a Tyler feature on here, in one of these songs, or see what other people can actually, like, even if I had like Frank, if you were able to get Frank and pull him out his cave and say, hey, can you come sing on this? I would have liked to hear those vocals. That's why I'm like, he focused mainly on his alternative side. Can you bleed in any of the stuff that you have from your rap? Because you didn't pull rappers really. You pulled Tilo, but he's barely a rapper. He's barely rap. He's also alternative as well. I want to see if he can really combine the two a little more next time.
Okay.
Like, because even if he's not rapping, you still have friends in the rap game who would have great voices on this stuff. Or like,
I slightly disagree on that, man. I think he should get away from the rap. I think this is his lane, bro.
Really? Man. Michigan boy vote with my bro. Like, I
don't like his voice when he be rapping, man. He just don't sound like I believe him for real. He don't sound believable to me. Like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not, bro. But also, we gotta take time to get this man his flowers, because I don't think we've seen anybody in the last 10 years make a career transition like this, to actually change genres like that. Like,
and
most
actually
people, they
sound
kinda,
good.
It actually sound good. Like, most people, they kind of dib and dab. They kind of flirt with the sounds. This nigga said, no, I'm switching it all the way up. He probably rapped what, one time on this?
Barely.
So I got to give him his flowers for that. I would give this one a 9 out of 10, man.
Wow, that's a high ass.
That sounds crazy as fuck. Lil Yachty getting a 9 out of 10 from me.
That's crazy.
That sounds crazy as fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna be listening to this project for a while, for sure.
That's good, man. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna be bumping it. Black Seminole just my song, bro.
Black Seminole hard, bro. You starting the album off like that, bro. It's kind of like you remember Takeover with Jay-Z? How that shit started? It was kind of like
I can't remember how that exactly started.
Yeah, that was on Blueprint. It had like a guitar beat to it, similar to that. It had the same effect. Like, damn, what is this? You know? So
okay.
But yeah, that's another album review for y'all, man. Lil Yachty. Let's start here.
Real Matic Podcast.